What if the reason you feel stuck right now is not your lack of talent, not your luck, not even your situation, but the noise inside your own mind? Think about that for a second. Every day your mind is full of worries, full of comparisons, full of past mistakes, full of fear about what might happen next. This is a story about a man named Daniel, 29 years old, living in Manchester. On paper, his life looked fine. He had a steady job, a small apartment, food on the table, but inside he felt tired all the time. Not tired in the body, tired in the head. Every morning he woke up already stressed. His phone was the first thing he touched. Messages, news, social media, opinions, advice. By the time he reached work, his mind was racing. He overthought every email. He replayed old conversations. He imagined problems that did not even exist yet. At night, when his body wanted rest, his mind refused to slow down. One evening, after another long day, Daniel sat alone on a park bench. He watched people walk by, laughing, talking, living. He felt empty and heavy at the same time. An older man sat next to him, maybe in his late 60s. They didn't talk at first. Then the man said something simple. He said, "You look like someone who is carrying too much." Daniel laughed quietly and said, "I think too much." The old man nodded and said, "Most people do, and that's why they suffer." Daniel asked, "What do you mean?" The man picked up a small cup of coffee he was holding and held it out. He said, "Imagine this cup is your mind. Now imagine I keep pouring thoughts into it. Fear, anger, regret, plans, opinions. What happens?" Daniel said, "It overflows." The man smiled and said, "Exactly. And when your mind overflows, you can't taste the coffee anymore. You can't enjoy anything." Daniel asked, "So what do I do? Stop thinking?" The man shook his head and said, "No, empty it. Before you can fill your life with something meaningful, you must create space." That night, those words stayed with Daniel. Empty your mind. For the first time in years, he realized his biggest enemy was not outside. It was the constant noise inside his head. The next morning, Daniel decided to try something different. Not a big change, just a small one. He woke up and did not touch his phone for 10 minutes. He sat on the edge of his bed and focused on his breathing. His mind tried to pull him back. Thoughts came fast, deadlines, money, memories, but instead of fighting them, he let them pass. Like cars on a road, he didn't chase them. He didn't judge them. He just watched. It felt uncomfortable at first, almost boring, but after a few days, something strange happened. He felt lighter. At work, he still had problems, but they didn't control him. When someone criticized him, he didn't replay it all day. When a mistake happened, he fixed it and moved on. Slowly, Daniel understood the lesson. An empty mind is not a weak mind. It is a clear mind. When your mind is empty of useless noise, you can actually hear what matters. He started asking himself better questions. What can I do right now? What is in my control? What truly deserves my energy? His confidence grew, not because life became easy, but because his reactions changed. One afternoon, weeks later, Daniel walked past the same park. He sat on the same bench. The old man was not there, but Daniel smiled because the lesson stayed. Emptying his mind gave him space to learn, space to grow, space to choose his actions instead of reacting to his thoughts. Listen carefully. You don't need to escape your life. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to stop carrying every thought like it is the truth. Let your mind rest. Let it be clear. From that clarity, better decisions are born. Stronger habits are built. A calmer, more confident version of you appears. If this story made you pause, if it made you think about the noise in your own mind, don't ignore that feeling. Take a moment today to sit in silence. Create space. And if you want more stories like this, stories that help you listen, learn, and grow, then stay here. Subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone who needs a quieter mind and a stronger life.